Give me 1 second, guys. Every time I think I have everything ready, I don't. Hello again. Welcome to Tea Time Tuesday. Okay, so we're going to jump right into this. And I have a few things that I want to share with you. And I forgot to grab Emily Post's book. But anyway, we are drinking some orange spice tea today. And I can't wait till tomorrow, because tomorrow is when I'm going to order my my Celestial True Blueberry tea. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get that. So really excited about that. Okay, guys, so here we are. My little table always gives me a hard time to sit down, especially when I'm trying to put my legs in here. Okay, so we are reading, let me look at the time because I don't have a watch on me. 5, 10, 15, okay. So we are at Gambling for the Duke's Daughter. So that's where we are at right now. So right now I was thinking about, okay, so when it comes to Dylan, he got this inheritance from his father, and even though him and his father, didn't get along, but yet he left him this inheritance. And then he went on to try real hard to marry Natalia, and he did get her hand in marriage, and they finally did marry. But I'm like, okay, then what's going on? So and like I said, it was a whole chapter or so on, how they consummated the marriage. And I have a hair here, which I can't stand, loose hair. And so that was done with. So, okay, we're like, okay, what else is going to happen with these two? Okay, so he got the girl. So is that it? Are we done with the book? Because I don't see nothing else happening. But there it was. Evidently, he was Dylan, even after they had, been married, they've been living, not even living together for not even that long. I say about 2 days in. They go to Eldredon, wherever that is, in Scotland. So that's where his home, the place that he inherited, that's where his house was at, his estate, or whatever you want to call it. So they end up going there, and they end up meeting the Kersman, the person who takes care of the land, and the mother as well, because it's a mother and son duo. They're taking care of the place. So after a while, Patrick, which is the caretaker, he was showing Dylan all around the place, showing him how things are, the people that are renting these little houses across the way, and showing them that everything was fine, everything was being taken care of, the tenants were happy, didn't have to worry about that. Okay, so then he started talking, well, actually not him, Patrick's mother, Miss McPherson, was the one that was constantly saying, oh, we miss him so much, we're so glad that he's back home, and she was going out of her way to make his favorite dishes, and he's like, he doesn't remember any of that. And then on top of that, then he's going through nightmares. And one of those nightmares, Natalia was there, and she witnessed it, and so she tried to coax him into him, trusting her enough to share the nightmare with her. But he's always tried to get away with it, didn't want to tell her, and she was really insistent, and she really, really didn't want to know what's going on. So his mother, did live there, and I forgot her name. Eleanor? No, it wasn't Eleanor. I forgot her name. Anyway, his mother had lived on the premises. She would go there all the time and then return back to London with the warden, which was Dylan's father. So apparently he remembers this going to a cliff, and he's explaining this whole dream to Natalia because she finally did press on and did want to know, what was going on with this cliff, and that he would come to this cliff and he sees himself running from this big person. This person is still chasing him. And then he ends up hiding in this kind of little, cave or something, and he stays there. And then he doesn't remember anything after that. So then finally, they're going through all this, and Patrick and Dylan are out, they're walking, they're at a hub, they're drinking, and he's trying to let him know that, he felt so sorry for what happened to his mother and everything, and how, she ended up committing suicide, and it's like, no, that's not how it happened. And so he tried to let Dylan know that his father had something to do with this whole situation, and they had argued and they had a fight. But at the same time, Natalia with Miss McPherson, they were always talking about what a great artist she was, what a great painter. So Natalia was at her end saying, well, I want to see these paintings. I want to see these pictures. So then finally, she, talks McPherson into showing her the picture, because I really want to see these. Are they here? Because I was told that they were here. Her paintings were here. Well, in the house. So finally she goes, okay, well, I could show you a few of them, but I'll go get a few. So Natalia was like, no, I'm coming with you. I want to see where they are. So she was really insistent. So she finally ended up going with Miss McPherson into this room. And I'm pretty sure they had a lot of room. And this room was dim. It hardly had no furniture in there. And it had, I think, like maybe one sofa or something. And then they had, and then there was canvases all over, paintings everywhere. Some were covered and some weren't. And so she was looking at some of the paintings, and she goes, oh my gosh, she really was an artist. She was wonderful. So she's looking at one where Dylan was a little boy and he was small, and she greatly, pinpointed, how he looked. But then she noticed another picture with Dylan and somebody older. And she thought that the person that was older was Dylan, because it looked just like him. So she goes, but then she had the little boy was right next. So she met Miss Eleanor. Was it Miss Eleanor? I don't think it was Eleanor. Let's see. Because I'm getting more into who she is. Let me see if I can find her name real quick. I don't think so. I made it sound. Okay. It was here. I knew it was in one of these, what do you call them? Just my mother was terrified when the Earl arrived at Albadron. Okay, so I can't find her name right off the bat. I think it was Eleanor. Well, I'll find out her name. Anyway, so she's looking at this painting, and the painting is of Dylan and a little boy. But as she gets closer to the painting, she notices it's not Dylan, it's Patrick. And the little boy was Dylan. And the similarity between the both, so she goes, that's Patrick. And then Miss McPherson is going, yes, it is. And then she put two and two together. She goes, Patrick is Dylan's father. And she goes, oh, miss, I am so sorry. This is just how it is. And I hope you don't feel bad knowing that Dylan is not that, aristocrat, a person that you thought he was. He's just a groomsman like your father here, taking care of the place. So it's not like he was wealthy or anything like that. So she goes, no, it doesn't matter. As a matter of fact, it enlightens me even more. I'm more happy for it because not only does he have his estate, but he has my dowry too. So it's like maybe he might have not been rich, but he is now. So she was really happy about that. So she didn't care because she was in love with him. But at the other end now that she knew that Patrick was the father, so I left it at that, where she found out. But now at the other end, with Patrick and Dylan leaving the pub, and they were walking along, down a ways, and they were talking about, the mother. And so, well, they did have a fight, every time your father, Eleanor, what's her name? Every time Eleanor came to what he called to escape from your father, he would, this is where she would come to pain and to get away. But the groomsman, who was Patrick, she would always come to the house always battered. They always fought. They always argued, her and the Earl. So he always felt bad that he always Patrick always had his ear go back to this terrible person. He didn't like the Earl at all. So with all the beatings that were going on and her being abused, she found refuge in Patrick. So Patrick and her got together, and then one, great night, they ended up having Dylan. And then later on when they found out, and I still don't know how the Earl found out. I don't know how he found out that Dylan was not his son, but was, Patrick's. So we're still reading about that. So then finally, Patrick is, talking with Dylan and about the nightmare that he had and how he always sees, Eleanor running to the cliff because somebody was chasing her. He goes, I was chasing her too because I didn't want the Earl to hurt her anymore. So I was trying to run for her, to defend her. But then when that whole scuffle was going on, we don't know exactly how or who might have pushed her off the cliff, because Patrick was saying she's not suicidal. She loved you. There's no way she would kill herself. So that's where we're at right now. We're trying to find out. I'm thinking, and this is my thought, I'm not sure yet, but I'm thinking that Dylan might have accidentally pushed his mother off the cliff. I don't think it was the Earl, and I don't think it was Patrick. It might have been Dylan, unfortunately. That's what I'm thinking, because they don't say who or how she fell off that cliff. So that's where we are right now in the book. So I can't wait to find out what's going on, who actually did this. So so I guess we'll find out. I think I don't have that much to go. I'm on already 88%. So we are in chapter, so we're at 89% right now. So almost there, almost getting there. So I won't be too long before I'm finally finished with this one. Okay, so enough of that book. I did find some other books that I was walking through when I go shopping. I usually pass these little houses. They're like little book houses. I don't know what they call them. Little bookstores things. And I just looked in there just to see what they would have. Let me take a sip of this real quick. My throat is dry. So we have a little, okay, so this one was this was a $4.99 book. Actually, this was $9.99, and somebody bought it for $4.99, and I got it for free. And I think they have 3 more. I swear this is one picture in the back, and she looks just like Kate Middleton. Like, seriously, looks just like her. I don't know if you can see it. Looks just like her. But this one is called the 35 Girl 35 girls came to the palace, and only 6 remain. And this was called The Elite, this is book 2 of the selection series Kiera Cast. So evidently there's a 1 and a 3. So this is the second one. I don't like books like that have 1, 2, 3 trilogies. You know what I'm saying? Books. Then you have to follow one, then you have to follow the other one to get to know who did what on the third one. And I get confused with those. Well, and I don't even know how she looks like. I have let me see if I can peel this off. Oh, I could. Okay, so that's how she looks like. You can see it. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. And now with the group narrowed down to the 6 elite, the competition to win Prince Maxon's heart is fiercer than ever. And America is still struggling to decide where her heart... America, that's her name, is still struggling to decide where her heart truly lies. Is it with Maxon, who could make her life a fairy tale, or with her first love, Aspen? America is desperate for more time, but the rest of the elite know exactly what they want, and America's chance to choose is about to slip away. So we'll see what happens when I read that one. Then I'm not sure if I showed you this one or not, and it was the ferocious warrior. This one, where did I get this one? I didn't get this at the thrift store. Where did I get this? I don't even remember. Anyway, I think this is about this. When the enemy attacks, you have to remove the makeup, take off the tie, and get down in the dirt or life to destroy the work of the devil. Use the weapons of spiritual warfare that are at your disposal. Oh, so this must be like a spiritual book. Implement the 3 principles of prayer. Let your pain push you to your next level, and think like a warrior and win the toughest fights. So this must be like an inspirational novel. So, okay, I can't wait to read that one either. And then I got this one, and it's called The Woman in Cabin 10. And this is also the one I got from, I'm still trying to think where I got that book. I don't remember. And these 2 were the ones I got from that little book thing. You know what I'm talking about? They have a little book, they have a little drawer, you exchange books. And then this one, I don't know, it has a lot of them. Praise for Ruth. Ruth Ware is the author. Prepared to be scared, really scared when I read this page-turning book about a bachelorette party gone wrong. Oh, I almost bit all my fingers off. Oh, okay. Who pulls a gun at a bachelorette party? The answers are unveiled with Gillian Flynn style trickery. Okay, so evidently it's all about Reese Witherspoon. Oh, I guess she's the one that liked it. Reese Witherspoon, the Oprah magazine, Somebody Named Vulture, and Kirkus Previews. Peter. Evidently, Reese Witherspoon liked the book. So that's something, because I always find her on Instagram talking about all these books she read. Okay, so can't wait to get in those. But I am still not finished with Unhappily in Love. So I'm still, what do you call it? Okay. So I had to go to the thrift store, and I want to see if I could find a book of poems. So I can't wait to see if I could find something. But in the meantime, I do go to Pinterest, and I found this one. To my old self. Please always leave the light on in case I need to find you. I know I've wandered far away, but I need the girl that I knew. I think I've lost myself. So guide me with your light. The spark inside of me has died. So I'm walking through the night. All I see is darkness. I can't find my way back. How do I get back to you when all I see is black? I have no light left in me. It burned out long ago. Please always leave your light for me so I can find my way back home. I know one day I'll find you, though it might take some time, but when I make it to your light, can you relight mine? That's cute. Okay, so that was cute. I don't know what it is, but I've been really getting into poetry. I think the only reason is because I always watch, what's her name? My Little Poet, and she's always, reading these little poems, and I think they're so adorable. But anyway, talking about going to the thrift store, I did see these little items, and I don't know what they're for. So maybe, I'm hoping you can enlighten me. So every now and then I'll see something and I go, oh, that's cute. And I'll just grab it just for a junk journaling sake, or maybe something I can work with when I'm doing my short, when I make my breakfast. So I came across, I don't think I have enough plates, but I came across all these little plates. Little plates. And I have more bowls than plates. And it came with all these little bowls. Now some of them are bowls, and some of them are, you see the back are like that. Some of them are bowls. Actually, I think I don't know what that one. They're all bowls actually, except for this one. This one has that lip. These don't. They're all just round. So I don't know. I don't know what they're for. They're adorable. But I don't know what they're for. But like I said, I have more bowls. And these are a different size. These are what? Hold on. They all have weird sizes on the bottom. These are all the same. So I don't know. I don't know if it's for soup or what. But I thought they were cute. So I just grabbed them. So let me know. Let me know if you see them, if you know what they are. Let me know. They are adorable. I mean, I could always use them for spices, but I'm not sure what they're for. But I just got them anyway. Or maybe for a doll, a tea set for a doll or something. Or like little bowls for something, like pretend. I don't know. I just like the plates. They're so adorable. Okay, guys, so I think that is it. I forgot to bring Emily Post over here. But thank you for joining me for Tea Time Tuesday. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And we will catch you next time on Tea Time Tuesday. Okay, guys. Bye-bye.